presentation is on the 2010 Haiti earthquake. This earthquake happened on January 12th of 2010 at 4:53 p.m. The epicenter of the earthquake was located near Port-au-Prince, which is the capital of Haiti. This earthquake occurred due to a transformation boundary of the North American and Caribbean plates. The capital of Haiti happens to be on the fault line, causing much damage to that area. In relation to the North American tectonic plate, the Caribbean plate moves approximately a quarter of an inch every year moving east. The earthquake occurred at about 6.2 miles below the Earth's surface, which is quite shallow, causing greater destruction than a deeper earthquake. It was a magnitude 7 earthquake, and the very same day, there were 8 aftershocks, which are smaller earthquakes following the major one. This earthquake caused many people to be displaced, and about 1.5 million people had to live in makeshift camps. Approximately 250,000 people died, and 300,000 were injured. As a result of the earthquake, and even occurring before the earthquake, children are malnourished, and Haiti has a shortage of basic resources. Much of Haiti's infrastructure was greatly damaged, and about half of the buildings fell, including 4,000 schools that were demolished or had some sort of damage. The capital's cathedral was destroyed. All the hospitals had major damage. The main roads could not be used due to being blocked with debris, and the capital's airport and seaport could not be used due to damage. Haiti had informed building codes, resulting in the complete destruction of the tall, poorly constructed buildings. There was not much political impact because Haiti has a weak government. It was weak before the earthquake, and it hasn't improved much following the earthquake. This video explains the results of this poor construction during an earthquake.
Than any historical magnitude. Why was this earthquake so deadly? In a word, construction. Typical concrete and cinder block buildings can survive hurricane-force winds, but are extremely vulnerable to earthquake ground shaking. Many structures collapsed because the lightly reinforced or unreinforced concrete columns or masonry block walls could not support the heavy concrete slabs of floors and roofs. The ability of modern buildings, like this one across the street from the hospital, to withstand ground shaking virtually undamaged, demonstrates the effectiveness of earthquake-resistant design and construction.
Even though this earthquake was severe, many problems existed before it happened. The earthquake just made these problems worse. Some things that got worse due to this earthquake were waterborne illnesses, waste and debris everywhere occupying the air and covering the land, including beaches covered in trash, which contributes to the water and air pollution. Major soil erosions were caused by the limited amount of trees. Logging started in the 1950s, which caused many trees to be destroyed over the years. The soil erosions contribute to unhealthy food and water pollution. The physical damage of this earthquake was regional, but there was a global impact through help and cleanup of the disaster. Over $60 billion of total aid was given to Haiti through agencies and donors internationally. In the western country, Haiti is the poorest. Shortly after the earthquake, it was recorded that about 60% of the population lived below the poverty line. But before the earthquake, about 70% of the population lived below the poverty line. Strangely, after experiencing many hurricanes, Haiti hasn't changed infrastructure codes that much to build stronger structures, but different agencies have been teaching the people of Haiti construction techniques that will withstand an earthquake. The American Red Cross got clean water to about 369,000 people. Approximately 21,000 houses have been rebuilt, and 100,000 temporary shelters were formed by aid organizations. During research, I read that it will probably be another 10 years before any serious results can finally be seen in restoring the damage in the 2010 Haiti earthquake.